everyone, but the main thing is like we love junk food and we don't like the nutritious food. Similar way, we like junk food, but we don't like to exercise. Activity we like, the most important activity. I have 50 of students sitting in front of me as of now. The best activity that we like is social networking, using chat applications, Facebook, making videos, right? At least the people who are making videos, at least they are doing something. So what we are here today is to understand what exactly is the difference between an activity and the exercise, right? So let me share my screen first. I hope my screen is so physical activity. So scientific studies that have been conducted over the past 2 decades have shown that regular physical activity provides health benefits. In the whole world geography, various institutions such as American Public Health Service or the Spanish Ministry of Health promote physical activity for all ages and especially in children and adolescents because, as it is rightly said, if the foundation is strong, the building will definitely be strong. So we have to be very active throughout our life, but especially in the age group till we reach our adolescence. But unfortunately, at present, we are running away from the physical activities and we are just limited to our mobiles. That is creating a lot of problem nowadays. So, what is a physical activity? Any kind of voluntary body movement that a person does over a given period of time, such as walking, dancing, stair climbing, whatever is being done, it's an activity which is performed by skeletal muscles that spends an additional energy than the required to maintain vital functions. So, the minimum energy that we require is for our basic functions such as breathing, circulation. In addition to it, if we are walking, dancing, or doing something, that is activity. It is not an exercise, it's an activity that we do. So if we are saying that we are going for an evening or morning walk, so that is an activity, it is not an exercise. So what an exercise is, it is a physical activity that is planned, organized, and repeated to improve fitness. So we have to do it in a planned way. And when something is planned and organized, it is exercise. That is why it is always said that we have to follow a particular exercise regime and we don't have any kind of a regime for activities, right? So, what is sport? Exercising governed by rules that combines physical activity and other characteristics of a person is a sport. Health, it is state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. W is as per the World Health Organization. So we have to look at all the aspects of physical health, mental health, and social well-being. Only then we can say a person is healthy. Not just by looking at and if he is disease-free, we would say that he is a fit person. What is physical fitness? The ability to carry out daily tasks with vigor and alertness, without under fatigue and with ample energy to enjoy leisure time, pursuits, and to meet unforeseen emergencies. So that is fitness, how you react in emergencies, how you are able to cope up, as ma'am said that food also help in dealing with stress. So when you are physically fit, and physically fit means physically, mentally, and socially, you do all your activities with a sense of happiness, enjoyment. So healthy physical activity will depend on the condition and age of each person because each and every age group have different priorities. They have their different routine to follow. So that depends on the condition and age of each person, but can be defined as physical activity of moderate intensity that is done daily for at least 30 minutes. Length depends on the intensity. We can practice mild physical activity for 60 minutes. But we must ensure a minimum of daily activity, such as taking stairs instead of elevator, Walking quickly when we go to school or colleges, universities, walking or biking, reducing downtime at the computer, TV, and phones, and stretching yourself after every 20 to 30 minutes if you have a desktop job. Because now the life is limited to mobiles and desktops, so it is always required that you always do stretching after every 20 to 30 minutes. And at least if you don't do stretching, you need to get stand up from your position and change your position, because if you see, whenever we are working on desktop, we are putting a lot of stress on our neck muscles, on our back, and majority of the patients that we are dealing nowadays come up with neck pain and back pain. So we have to work on the biomechanics and the ergonomics of the patient, or the any individual, not patient, because patient is someone who has disease. So any individual whose lifestyle is such that he is prone to get diseases in future coming, you need to teach him proper ways of exercise, and you have to educate them with what to do and what not to do. It is very important. How do I know the intensity of my physical activity? So mild intensity our activities are walking. Moderate intensity is dancing, swimming, cycling. Vigorous is jogging, playing sports. And the maximum effort comes in sprinting and high level sports. We all know that. Benefits of physical activity are the anatomical benefits. It strengthens bones and muscles. It helps avoid obesity. It reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease such as diabetes. Psychological benefits. It increases self esteem, well being, because a healthy individual always has strong confidence in him. Provides well being, reduces stress, anxiety, and sedentary lifestyle. It improves mood. It reassures autonomy and integration. It encourages sociability. The other impacts or the benefits that are provided by the physical activity or exercise are cardiorespiratory endurance. What is cardiorespiratory endurance? Is the coordination between your heart and the lungs, is the ability of body to perform prolonged large muscle dynamic exercise at moderate to high levels of intensity, and you will be only be able to do it when you have appropriate amount of oxygen that is being supplied by lungs. And we all know that heart has to pump blood so that it can reach to the other parts of the body. So the heart and lung must carry enough oxygenated blood to the muscles and then recover. Respiratory endurance strengthens quick walking with soft jogging, swimming, cycling, rowing, etc. The activity should be enjoyable and easy to perform. Then the second most important is muscle strength and endurance. The muscle must be capable of generating or maintaining tension contraction for a prolonged period of time. The activities of muscular strength and endurance can be with your own body weight, with your weight of another person, with objects. What should we keep in mind and when practicing these activities? Flexibility, it is very important. It is the ability to conduct joint movements with maximum amplitude. Flexibility does not generate movement but makes it possible. To have a good flexibility, should practice stretching for each muscle or group of muscles. These stretching exercises should be done slowly without bouncing, shocks, or pain from childhood, both at beginning and end of physical activity. Coordination, the very important aspect, because if we practice daily something, we always tend to have good coordination. It is the ability to use the senses and movement of different part of body to develop smooth and precise movements. Coordination is a skill that provides body balance, rhythm, spatio-temporal perception, hand-eye and foot-eye coordination. It provides satisfaction. It helps avoiding falls and accidents. So this is all about the activity and exercises. Do you have any questions? And let me just tell you about the two form of exercises before I close up so that it can help you out. So exercises can be individual exercises and group exercises. Individual, as the name suggests, it is focused on one, whereas the group exercise, you have a bunch of people where all the exercises are being done. So what is the advantage of group exercise? It builds up confidence, it stimulates effort while performing exercise, because if you see someone doing something, you always tend to get stimulus from it and you improve your endurance as well. Group exercise can be modified to attain the balance and coordination in subjects with respective deficits or even in geriatric group. Geriatric means old age. If performed by geriatric, it builds good communication. It builds a mild form of competition level while performing, because whenever you are working in a group, you always tend to want to exceed from others. Demerits, but there are always demerits associated to anything. So for group exercises, the demerits are that you cannot focus on individual. Individualized focus attention cannot be delivered. Individualized help cannot be delivered. And that is why we see nowadays people want both kind of things. For example, they go to gym, but simultaneously they have their personal sessions also. They have their personal trainers also. So every subject cannot participate, because if whenever you are doing it in a group, everyone cannot be fit to join that group. That group needs to be selected on some parameters, and then only we can go for certain exercises. Only certain form of exercise can be practiced. Not all exercises are for everyone. Small group gives better outcomes. So individualized and group. Now, where the individual lies, you have to decide and provide the correct exercise regime for him, whether he'll be a good fit in the individual exercises or for the group exercises. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, do let me know, please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vikas. You have well explained actually everything. I think that's why nobody is asking any question. Any question, guys, you can ask.
No worries. If you
Nice.
have any questions, you can contact Dr. Archana and I'll give you the answers for them.
Surely.
So anything related to physiotherapy, if you want to know anything you want to know about the exercises, different protocols that we follow, or anything you want to know, you can just let Dr. Archana know and we'll provide you the answers with. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we see the crowd? How they are feeling? They are feeling good? सर आपने कैमरा थोड़ा एक बार चेंज कीजिए अपना वाला कैमरा बच्चों की
Okay.
तरफ फेस